Former Special Advisor to the Foreign Minister of Ukraine is in our studio, Cormac Smith. Hello, Cormac.
Henry, hello. It's lovely to see you again.
The pleasure is all mine. So, the burning question. Antonio Guterres in Russia. Well, yeah, why? What was it after all?
Well, I said earlier on this week, this seriously calls into question the credibility and indeed the integrity of the Secretary General of the United Nations. This is the same Secretary General who refused an invitation to a Ukrainian peace conference that was held in Switzerland earlier this year. Yet he seems very, very happy to go and shake hands and give warm embraces to some of the world's worst autocrats and dictators. And look, we know that the axis of evil that is comprised of Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran, and Putin and Xi in particular, have made no secret of how much they detest our rules-based order. And increasingly, Vladimir Putin is, I think, using the BRICS as a platform to oppose our rules-based order. And now it would seem that he has as a firm ally the Secretary General of the United Nations. It's quite frankly disgusting.
You know, the Secretary General still, it's a high position and he has a career. And after all, a reputation, all just thrown to a bin. Nothing cares what Mr. Guterres cares about. Pardon me, because I'm really, it's funny to see what's going on. Of course, the BRICS summit is a show-off to show that Putin is not isolated. I understand that. It didn't went too well, if you ask me. But do you think Putin found what he wanted? And what is it that exactly he wanted to find anyway?
Yes, I think, unfortunately, Putin did get what he wanted. This summit, was attended by 36 countries in all. It was also attended by new BRICS members, among them the United Arab Emirates and Egypt. So, as I said already, Putin is increasingly using the BRICS, which started off as an economic platform, as a platform to oppose our rules-based order. And if anybody needs reminding of the rules-based order that came out of the rubble of the Second World War, and it is based on, human rights, freedom, democracy, and above all else, the rule of law, the idea that you simply cannot, one country can simply not march into another country and use force to take what it wants. I certainly thought growing up and being educated in the 1980s that we had seen the end of those times in history with the end of the Second World War. But here we are in 2024. And, we're closer to the brink of a third world war than we have been in your or my lifetime, Henry.
Okay, thank you so very much. I understand that. But the one thing that I really cannot understand that Antonio Guterres, after that, what do we do about all that? Do you think that Zelensky did the right thing that after he denied Guterres' visit to Ukraine? Was it a proper thing to do?
Yes, I absolutely think it was the proper thing to do, because Guterres has clearly chosen his side, and that is a side against the rules-based order and everything that we stand for and aspire to. And yes, our leaders have made many mistakes over the years, which people constantly try and point out to me when I say this, but we are democracies. And the thing about our country, as in Ukraine, our governments are based on a democratic vote, and they are there to work in the interests of their people. In these autocracies, and if we look at the big four in particular, Russia, China, Iran, and North Korea, these are autocracies. They are not where the ruling classes plunder from their own people as well as causing havoc for their neighbors, and they do not do anything ultimately for the good of their own people. They exist to serve a small elite within their countries. And I would repeat again, by his actions this week, Guterres has clearly chosen a side, and I'm really not sure what useful purpose the United Nations serves anymore, certainly not in the context of Russia's genocidal and illegal war against Ukraine.
Cormac, again, thank you so very much for your passion and for your time. We talk very soon, I hope. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry.
Thank you. Goodbye. It was our dear friend of Ukraine and my personal friend, I'd like to think that, Cormac Smith, a former special advisor to the Foreign Minister of Ukraine in our studio.